Our country is being flooded with illegals. Hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to keep that king mentality in front of you. Always dripping, never tripping. All I need is my money. And the hustle continues no matter what. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking the time to hear me today. And I want to say I appreciate you all. And thank you all for your support as we address a topic that has stirred hearts and minds for decades: immigration. This issue is layered with complexities, and while it can provoke strong feelings, my goal here is to share some balanced perspective founded on responsibility, compassion, and seeking a better life. Let me start by saying this. Many immigrants come to the United States seeking a better life for themselves and their families. They flee violence, poverty, or oppression and hope to build something better. I support anyone who wants to improve their life. The desire for opportunity is something we can all understand, admire, and respect, right? But, and it's a big but, there's a right way to do it. The legal process to immigrate exists for a reason. Skipping that process doesn't just undermine the rule of law, it places those who do so in a precarious situation. Living without proper documentation often means living in fear. It's like being a fugitive, constantly looking over your shoulder, worried about the day someone might report you or the authorities might, knock on your door. That's no way to live, and it's not the foundation for the freedom these individuals are seeking. Now, let's address another angle, the financial aspect. It's true that some Americans feel burdened by the idea of paying taxes for government programs that might benefit undocumented immigrants, right? But let's take a step back. Did you know that 1 out of every 3 Americans, around 100 million people, is receiving some kind of government assistance? This includes food stamps, housing support, and unemployment benefits. Here's the catch. I bet half of those people are fully capable of working and contributing to society but choose not to. They rather rely on the government handouts while some of us juggle 2 jobs just to stay afloat. So when people get up in arms about immigrants, I have to ask, are they really worried about the immigrants? Or are they scared that someone else might ruin the system they've been taken advantage of? Let's be real here. Now, no one works harder than Mexicans, whether it's construction, farming, hospitality, or countless of other industries, right? They show up and put in the work that many others won't. This isn't about putting one group against another. It's about giving credit where it's due. The Bible says, love thy neighbor. And we should remember that when discussing immigrations, the United States and Mexico are neighbors. And like good neighbors, we should aim for understanding and mutual respect. It's easy to judge people for crossing the border until you've walked in their shoes. Have you ever been to another country like, in Jamaica or the Dominican Republic or in Mexico? Sure, the resorts and beaches are beautiful, but venture deeper into those countries away from the tourist areas, and you'll see the reality many face. Poverty, limited opportunities, and daily struggles drive people to seek something better. For those of us lucky enough to live in the United States, it's important to remember how good we have it. Freedom, safety, and opportunity are things we sometimes take for granted. If not all of us. This doesn't mean we should have open borders and allow everyone to flood in. No country can sustain that. I agree that we need laws and systems in place to ensure balance. President Trump, for example, supported immigration when it was done legally. He welcomed those seeking jobs and asylum, but he made it clear, go through the process. Now that's the key. Some immigrants have been in this country for 20 or more years without taking the step to legalize their status. Why? Comfort. They got used to living under the radar and kept putting it off what needed to be done. Now, as stricter enforcement looms, many are scared. But here's the thing, don't be scared. Do the right thing. Start the process. It's never too late to take that step toward living without fear. Finally, let's reflect on our lives, right? How often do we appreciate the freedom we have in this country? How often do we take responsibility for our own circumstances instead of blaming others? Immigration isn't the root of all problems. In fact, many of the challenges we face as a society are self-inflicted, whether it's laziness, substance abuse, or simply a lack of gratitude for what we've been given. So, where do we go from here? We must strike a balance between compassion and responsibility. We should welcome those who want to contribute to our society, but we must insist they do it the right way. And as Americans, let's focus on fixing what's broken in our own house before pointing fingers at others. Let's love our neighbors, honor hard work, and never forget the value of living in a country that so many dream of calling home, America. Thank you all again. Hit that like and subscribe button.